Well, good morning, riders. Had a good night in Bisbee and about to get on the beast to go and get some breakfast. Let's take a quick look at today's planned route, which is getting out of Bisbee, heading to Douglas, taking the old road up and then across. Let's get on the other map. So sort of Arizona crossing into New Mexico here, taking the small roads rather than popping up to the big motorways, and heading through Columbus and then across to El Paso before heading up to Alamogordo via the White Sands National Park, which is there on your left. So popping in to get some fuel before then heading down through Bisbee and on the way down to Lowell to the Bisbee Breakfast Club. So heading through Bisbee Township itself, which is always just amazing to go through. All the old buildings, so much old retail there. Obviously it's been repurposed, but it's got such interesting storefronts and lots of really interesting businesses in there. On your right, just up here, is the Bisbee table, which I did try and have dinner in last night, but it was absolutely jam-packed, and but always a goodie. Now on the way through to Lowell. The Queen Mine. You might get a wee look down into and say, holy smoke, that's a hole in the ground. That's what Bisbee was built on. Interesting, I've not been here before. Check out these old buildings. Oh my goodness, it's a treasure trove. Bisbee Breakfast Club. Is it looking open for breakfast? Well, there can be no denying that this was an absolutely fantastic breakfast spot, and I didn't realise that the Bisbee Breakfast Club is actually a chain, and this was the first one, although this one is actually at risk, as is some of the other stuff in Lowell from some of the underground shafts beneath. Well, it's a bit of a treat coming into Lowell and seeing all these old buildings. Let's go down the street slowly and on the right side. Always the right side. Check this out. Awesome. And finally on the right there, watch out for the biker patrol. The table next door to me had a bunch of border patrol, and honestly it was like a scene out of Reservoir Dogs. We're on the road to Douglas. 4 hours 20 to El Paso from here. I think this first part of the road's actually a bit of a historic old road, judging by Butler Maps. I think we might be done with the interstates a bit. Today, I don't think we're going to touch an interstate, so that's actually going to be a welcome change. It's about 250 miles to El Paso. Well, this is very pleasant coming through here. Well, pulling into Douglas, founded in 1901, elevation 3,990 feet, speed limit 25. So you've got Douglas. Oh, some cool old houses. Coronado's bar, it's a bar, obviously. I don't think we're going to pass it, but there's the famous Galveston Hotel in Douglas. Into New Mexico. Good meal last night at the badass burger place, and I had the Reuben sandwich. And I said, oh, you know, actually wouldn't mind a bit of pastrami. Is that all right? He said, oh yeah, no, pastrami is fantastic. He said, how hungry are you? I said, well, what do you mean? And he said, the burger's got like, I don't know, this would be wrong, but like 5 pounds of pastrami, you know. So, I think I'll take the sandwich. It's not particularly arable land. We've passed a couple of ranches, but I don't think they can be up to much.
3 hours 32 to El Paso. Greetings, Apache. Once was a cool old stone building. Still looks cool. Historical marker where Geronimo surrenders.
Everyone's heard the word Geronimo, and Geronimo was an Apache leader. He wasn't a chief, but he certainly was an Apache leader, leading military resistance against Mexico and the US and the taking of Apache land. He was captured a number of times, but I suspect this was the last time that he was captured. This was 1886 by General Nelson Miles.
My paranoia was sitting in, and I was thinking there might be an ambush. It's just a shadow. Well, we've officially crossed into New Mexico now. Exciting. Oh, we're about to go through the little town of Rodeo. Rodeo post office. Wow. Abandoned house. Or building. Cafe. Okay, so if you look up to the right up there and see, you can buy a 10-acre plot up there, and they're going for $19,999. Holy shit, check that out for a view. Head to the cafe and store, holy smoke. Head to the liquor and saloon. There's a lot of broken glass in Hatcheta. There's a guy in a ute about 5 miles up the road that we just passed, and he's having a cigarette out of it, just looking over to the right, which is basically where the border is, and yeah, possibly waiting for someone. Maybe this guy is too, because it doesn't look like border patrol. Wave. So this road is lacking the basic amenities that travellers get used to, like Starbucks. Not that I ever really go to one. It's all the better for it, because it's nice stopping in those small places, he says, after not stopping in small places, and you know, to actually interact or see what the people look like, see what piercings that they've got, you know, through their lip, their nose, and God knows what else sometimes. What they've got dangling from the ears, padlocks, things like that. I don't know, but would those be cotton fields? Looks like cotton on the ground. And there's some pretty big facilities. This is Columbus. We got any gas. Columbus Museum. Motorcycle friendly town. Borderland Cafe. Trump Vance, that's the first sign I've seen. I saw a number plate sticker though yesterday. Good old boys here, buddy. Well, we're getting super close to the wall now. You can see it just there. Yeah, it's kind of plays tricks on you because you can kind of see through it. You lose the perception of distance, but basically it is right there. Can't be more than a couple hundred meters away. What a scene here in New Mexico, and just turn around and check out the vista here. You can just see the border wall over there, because we're closely following it at the moment. Well, we're in Texas. Little signs just come up to say that we're in Texas. I was thinking, what sort of plant we got over there? And it's got a big sign saying power. It really is just kissing into Texas. Texas has got this minuscule little sort of corner where El Paso is, and which meant that it was actually achievable on this trip. So I guess we're in Texas now. Rose's Cantina. It's got 3 big Harleys outside. We're going to Chico's Tacos. Holy moly, check out that housing on the right over there. Oh, these are the wall actually. Is that wall? So that's actually in Mexico over there. Crikey, Mikey. Check that out. Wow. Well, she's a big busy looking city over there. To be fair, not a huge number of massive buildings. So I think you're basically looking at Juarez on the right over there. Well, to be honest, I think once we've been to Chico's Tacos, I think we've seen a little bit over of Juarez. I think I'll just make straight for White Sands Salvation Army Family Centre. She is hot, so I'm looking forward to the taco and a cold beverage. It's being up past the school, I think. Oh, I can see it. This is tiny, I didn't imagine. Chico's Tacos. Well, we're here. She is a tiny place, but it's a classic apparently. Let's hope I get out of here in one piece, because it's a pretty interesting looking kind of neighbourhood.
Gravy. Chili sauce. Tasty beverage.
Jonquil Motel, front. Economy Hardware, Hell's Teeth. Well, greetings again, riders. Well, we got out of El Paso. Okay, I did stop at a gas station to cool off a bit and to get some Gatorade to replace some minerals. I managed to get a couple of Texas stickers and a fridge magnet for a home. But I was pretty pleased to get out of El Paso, actually. I wasn't that comfortable in that area where that Chico's Tacos was, although it was probably fine. We are making our way now up to White Sands National Park, pretty much going through another city called Las Cruces, or Las Cruces. We're on our way up to White Sands National Park. Should be there in 47 minutes. The time is 3:32. Let's see what's over the hill. I'm not sure what that is over on the right. That could be a I doubt that's a city. I think that's probably an Air Force base. White Sands Missile Range. It's a border patrol checkpoint. We'll definitely get up onto the dunes and have a good look. These are totally unique in the world. I have a book at home of sort of 1,000 sort of things that you'd want to see before you die. This is on the list. Holy crap, we're amongst it. I thought this was just going to go around the outside. Look at that. A bit of fun for the way back. This is White Sands National Park, but so that's a bit funny. So I didn't realise the loop road is actually you lose the pavement and it just turns to sand. And I'm not taking an 800-pound beast onto sand. I understand one of the best times to actually look at the dunes is at night like this. I obviously couldn't go on the sand, but there's just this little gravel bit here. I'm just going to do this. This is the food. Try out the Harley-Davidson on gravel. Greetings, well, let's check out this little part of White Sands National Park. Let's climb a dune anyway and have a look. Let's take a look. You climb up, feels nice underfoot. So this is the gypsum sand. Oh, check that out. Far out. And suddenly the air is still, and it's quiet, but from me yabbering. How about that? It's been a good day. Crikey, I think we've picked quite a bit in. Starting out at Bisbee, breakfast at the Bisbee Breakfast Club, and that area was a real highlight. And then making our way across to El Paso through southern New Mexico, touching in Texas, and then back here into New Mexico, White Sands, and now Alamogordo just up the road. Time is 5:45, so we'll be there for 6 o'clock. I think it'll be the earliest arrival yet. Thanks for watching. I can see it in the distance, the White Sands Motel. Here we go.